The two big stories of this video that will affect you in the near future, if you're in those areas, are Canadian tornadoes. What you talking about, Ozer? And the weird double high pinch system that will be affecting the Carolinas over the next week with stagnant rain. That sounds like an oxymoron. And here we're looking at earthquakes, mostly staying in a 4 or 5 range, though I think we had a 6.7 somewhere in the world. But yeah, Canadian tornadoes, you hoser. Tornado warning issued for Lethbridge, Tabor, and Warner. This is a Albuquerque? No. Alberta. That's it. Alberta storm. Some yahoos on the internet have an alternate reading of the Mayan calendar suggesting the world is going to end next week. I'm not in that camp. I'll probably try and do an edited funny video on it. I do think we're going to have a Jupiter-Saturn conjunction on the 21st of December, exactly 8 days after the Mayan day calendar. And it was just a whole reset of a whole new age, man. It's like the age of Aquarius. It's THORnews. The world is not going to end on my watch, bro. And the whole weather Twitter team is watching the tropics and the Atlantic like a hawk, trying to figure out when our next activity is going to head towards any of the coasts. And right now, I think we're on kind of like we're in a atmospheric and weather lull for like a week. And I think, things will get crazy weather-wise again, probably around the 19th through the 25th, somewhere around that area. That's what I'm looking at. So please enjoy the cool and comfortable weather before the storms return, my friends. We're talking Green Bay, Chicago, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Rochester. And I love you, Asteroid Fight Club. Thank you for being so good to me. 24 hours ago, I was super depressed. And then I did a live Dear Diary show and drank 5 tall boys and let everything off my chest. And now I feel way better. Apparently, 1620 was no better than 2020. WTF, man. But yeah, east of the Cascades, we have a storm that will be sweeping in, Though a lot of places be getting wet, it seems like the very north part of the USA, the south part of Canada, are watching for some tornadic activity today and probably tomorrow. And yeah, snow weenies, go ahead and get a stiffy, because looks like there may be a dash or two of snow in the Pacific Northwest. But the red spots mean there may be tornadoes yonder. But if you look, notice how at the tip, the OBX, parts of South Carolina, mainly coastal areas, over the next 48 hours, there's like rain is nonstop, and it just kind of hangs out. Let's look at the model version of that together, shall we? All right, so kind of now that we're starting over now on, wait, let it reset. Here we go. 14th. Now watch near North Carolina, South Carolina. The green is rain. And so notice how it's just rain is just hanging out there. It's just hanging out there. It's just hanging out there. I mean, it's just like loitering over that area. And so you pretty much got rain consistently. Look at that. That would be like 70% of the time over the next 10 days. And it's trapped between the two highs, but it's just really weird. And so we may run into some major flooding problems in the eastest parts of North and South Carolina. So that is fascinating. And the rest of the people over the high are either going to get really hot weather, or you may get some super cool weather. Earth is like that. Europe is getting hit with some lows that bring rain and wind again. So that's interesting, But whatever strange anomaly. And then you got lows that are trying to climb up from the Yucatan Peninsula and the Bay of Campeche up into South Texas. We'll keep our eye on those. And right now, the models aren't picking up anything. I think our next major cyclonic activity will come around. It's usually about 5 days after the eclipse, so that would make the 26th. And right now, none of the models are picking up any type of wild activity around the 26th. And this is the 24th. So I'm thinking there's a chance this whole thing could fill out and we could get a cyclone down here and then a cyclone somewhere up here. But we will have to keep watching. And with all the planets going to the same side of the sun at the end of the month, start of July, we're definitely, and the full solar eclipse coming in 8 days, we're definitely on earthquake and volcano alert, but it's hard to be prepared for a major earthquake. Though it's just kind of like a hurricane. Make sure you have all your, backup food, backup water, backup batteries, candles, things of that nature. But I would enjoy the break and the wild weather while you can. It's like for me, I'm trying to enjoy it. I wish I could drive a car. Wish I could ride in a car. Wish I could go on an adventure. Wish I could just hang out, drink beer with buddies, friends, lovely ladies. Anyway, but I'm glad I love my job. But yeah, there's still a ton of moisture down here. And if somehow the spin kicks it up and it gets trapped under, we could see something. But at this exact moment, and everybody's watching this wave, my hurricane Jedi sense is not red alerting. So I don't love putting out red alerts. So I only do them when I think they're needed, But I think it's going to be a wild week energetically and with politics and social stuff. And, maps keep shifting back and forth on who's going to get the worst of that stuck position. And like I said, most of it seems to be along the coast here. So keep an eye on. And I hear the Carolinas are great. I'd love to visit them someday. I hear Canada's great. I'd love to visit it someday. Yep, we got a volcano signal down by South America. South America. So yeah, this is a pretty chilled Saturday night forecast from THORnews, bro. If you're looking for storms, you can probably find them surrounding the Florida Keys tonight, with the strongest storms north of the Duck Key. That's where the duck faces come from. The lows through Europe have brought a whole lot of lightning because things have been electric in 2020. It's weird if I make a video and I say, hey, wear a mask. That triggers people. They'll be like, hey, no, it's totally a hoax. It's a lie. And if I make a video about the sun or earth, people are going to be like, no, it's totally a hoax. It's a lie. The earth is flat. So no matter what subject they do, there's always someone there yelling that it's a lie. But I'm totally on the be extra smart and wear a mask when indoors, bro. Remember, we're allowed to disagree, man. I know that everybody either has a red opinion or a blue opinion, but it's best to have a multicolored look and perspective on life. We all live in the same world, but our perspectives are different. You can taste the bright lights, but you won't get there for free. This THORnews video is sponsored by the cool, calm spirit of rock and roll. Also, by the cool, magical spirit of the animals that share Earth with us on it. But never talk to me or my boat son again. Okay, I don't even know. But there are tropical storm systems happening on the planet. Nuri formed in South China Sea late Friday, local time. Oh, that's another thing. Even during hurricane season, we got a hurricane tropical storm coming in. Then there's a group of people who are like, it's a lie. Hurricanes are a hoax. So it's weird, dude. It's like almost no matter what type of video I put up, somebody gets mad and says, it's a hoax. Someone's always like, the sun is a sun simulator. It's not a real sun. Like, well, what did they do? Like, I don't even know. Like 1,000 years ago. It's a crazy world, man. Super happy birthday to Kat Dennings. You may recognize her from a movie called Thor. But yeah, we've had 3 coronal mass ejections from the sun in the last 24 hours. One of them may have geo-effective components that will hit Earth on the 16th and 17th. That's exciting. Hey, baby, how do you feel about monsoonal moisture? It's streaming across Colorado, or at least it was, fueled by some afternoon thunderstorms. And Colorado weather is pretty magical. You can cycle through all 5 seasons in one day in Colorado. I miss that place. Yep. Yeah, I'm pro-mask, man. Deal with it. No, I don't think the world's going to end, and I think things are going to improve. So, call what you want to. You can think everyone's allowed to have their own opinion. I prefer it if you have a comedic opinion, because comedy makes everything better. Yeah, we're watching trouble spots. Everybody's got their eye on. We're gonna do everything we can to bring you the best information, and everyone is like, it's gonna be a super nasty hurricane season. At least by August, and so the August September period will be very interesting. I'll be here for you. And because you guys are always here for me. We're here for each other. Can we do this all summer? That's what she said. And I can't get the Pina Colada song out of my head. If you like pina coladas and getting lost in the rain. And I shouldn't like that song because it is about infidelity. And I love loyalty and being faithful, And in the times I have been in a relationship in my life, and it was pretty much, the majority of my life, on and off, I don't know, I love being faithful. It's like the only way to go, Yeah, scientists found 33 creatures living in a cave that was sealed off for 5 million years. Seal that cave back up and walk away. It's not the year, man. You know what I'm saying? And there are reports that birds are trying to take over Earth. But birds are cool. But yeah, you're looking at anywhere from 4 to 12 inches of rain in specific spots for North and South Carolina. And that will give you some flood potential. Because I'm dropping it, I'm stopping it, I'm popping it, and I'm locking it. In my mind, of course. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Totally. Absolutely. I love everybody in the world. I was born this way. It's the Sagittarian spirit in me. I'm wildly optimistic 90% of the time. But like the guy in the movie Thor, things just always seem to work out for me. As long as I keep my heart pure and do my best to be cool. So, yeah, I don't know. I think things will eventually improve, whether it be at the end of this year or 2022, 2023. Things will improve, man. There are a lot of cool people on the planet. Did I mention we are watching these things very closely? And until I am sure that we're going to see a major storm, a hurricane, tropical storm, I'm not going to be like, hey, everybody. We all know it's hurricane season, definitely. Houston, Texas has some gorgeous gradients. Man, I want to go to the ocean. I want to go to the beach. I want to ride in a car. I want to drive a car. How about a moped? What about a motorcycle? I don't know. Cabin fever in my foxhole. Yeah, we're obsessed. Although there were some pretty nasty rains and floods in Hubei, or the province. So if you're looking for floods, I found it. It's in China. Wouldn't it be great to find real great love in 2020? That's the dream. I watched the SpaceX launch that was early in the morning. It was really, really, really cool, man. And I now have a new crush on Jessica. Yay! It's like a Trigger episode. Happy birthday to the Queen. And Putin said happy birthday to her too. I appreciate everyone who's helped keep civilization standing and stable remotely since, I've been born and over the last 100 years. It takes teamwork to do this, man. So have a great night and great Sunday. And yeah, storms will be back, but enjoy the downtime. Wolverine is Canadian, and he's like the coolest superhero ever, other than Jesus Christ, who was the first superhero, in my opinion. But yeah, it'll start to get really, really weird again, within the week. I'm pretty sure of it. So everybody stay cool and do your best to be a real life superhero. God bless everyone. Life is peaks and valleys, man. Peaks and valleys. Ups and downs. That's how it goes. Plan for the worst. Pray for the best. And do the very best you can with the hand you've been dealt. And we are all in this together. So it always helps to have a good team and good friends and good family. Stay cool.